I come from the United States, and my primary complaint is post-concussive syndrome with chronic migraines. 3 years ago, I was in a severe car accident that left me with a severe concussion and head trauma and some herniated discs in my back and my neck. And I have chronic migraines now where I get shots in my head and I take multiple medications to control the pain. Swiss Medica brought in a detailed treatment plan on how they could potentially help each injury. Over almost a year, I had been speaking with Swiss Medica before I made the decision to come here. I looked at everything that I had already gone through as far as the time that Swiss Medica took to put together a detailed treatment plan, and really paid attention to everything that I sent over, like all of my medical records, all of my lab work. It wasn't falling on deaf ears. People were actually reading it and discussing it. And so that put me at ease to let me know that these people are legit, that this is a legitimate clinic. Everybody has been very nice and very attentive. To my surprise, so many people speak English and multiple languages to communicate with the patients here well. And if somebody doesn't, somebody else comes over and then they can. I'm impressed. The devices that are used, so like the suction cups that are on, we don't have that in the US, at least not to any of the physical therapy places I've been to. I haven't been able to sleep on my left side since my car accident. I sleep on my left side now. I was upstairs sleeping on my left side when you called. And so that in itself is amazing to me.
Good afternoon. Would you please let everyone know where you come from and which condition brought you to Swiss Medica?
I come from the United States, and my primary complaint is post-concussive syndrome with chronic migraines.
What has happened? Just shortly discuss.
3 years ago, I was in a severe car accident that left me with a severe concussion and head trauma and some herniated discs in my back and my neck. And I have chronic migraines now where I get shots in my head and I take multiple medications to control the pain. And I have to wear corrective lenses for my eyes now for my vision problems.
Which are the challenges are you facing in your everyday life right now?
It depends on the day. Finding the right glasses to wear so that I can see and I can work, along with pain control and cognitive abilities. I have problems finding the right words because of my head trauma.
How did you find out about the possibility of stem cells helping you with your condition?
I had heard about stem cells just through different research and just advertisements. And when I wasn't getting any relief from anything that the doctors were offering in the United States, and they jumped immediately to surgery, I started looking into the possibility of stem cells for me and if it would be beneficial. I reached out to a couple of the regenerative providers in Colorado, where I'm from, and what they offered didn't sound like it would be beneficial to me. And I found a specialist in Atlanta, Georgia, and I spoke to him, and he told me that for my severity that I should seek out a clinic that would offer donor stem cells, not just my own stem cells, because he felt, based on what I described to him, that I would not find any benefit from my own stem cells. The damage was too great. And at that point, a year had already passed since my car accident. So he gave me a few clinics, some names of a few clinics overseas, and I started researching. And when I reached out to Swiss Medica, I got back a lot of detailed information, not just a generalized treatment plan and a price tag. Swiss Medica brought in a detailed treatment plan on how they could potentially help each injury. And over almost a year, I had been speaking with Swiss Medica before I made the decision to come here. Everybody was just so detailed. I got the chance to talk to a doctor where other clinics weren't offering that. And so I just felt like my experience over the internet and via video conference was just a lot more personalized, and that people were listening to me.
So have you considered any other clinics?
I did. I decided, or I looked at a clinic in Panama.
All right.
And I reached out to a clinic in Germany, but they told me that they would only do my stem cells because of the regulations in Germany preventing them from using donor cells. So.
Have you mentioned to your treating doctor that you are going to do the stem cell treatments for your condition? And if you have, was there any feedback from the doctor?
Yeah, my neurologist was very excited, and she was really kind of my driving force to go ahead and pull the trigger in doing the appointment. She was very excited. I was nervous coming overseas, coming to a medical clinic that I have never seen anybody, not met anybody in person. I couldn't come to the clinic and see for myself. Everything negative ran through my head. Well, what if they are just trying to take my money? Or, what if there's bad people? Just common things, because you hear things and read things in the news. But my neurologist was very supportive, and she was very excited. And my primary care physician, she's from Ukraine, and she was very excited for me as well. In fact, she helped me navigate all the blood tests and stuff that I had to have to make sure that I was a positive candidate for stem cell therapy.
So what helped you to overcome this fear coming to a foreign country, overseas, for a medical treatment? And when was the point when you already have been relaxed? Like, okay, I'm on the right place, in the good hands?
So I looked at everything that I had already gone through as far as the time that Swiss Medica took to put together a detailed treatment plan, and really paid attention to everything that I sent over, like all of my medical records, all of my lab work. It wasn't falling on deaf ears. People were actually reading it and discussing it. And so that put me at ease to let me know that these people are legit, that this is a legitimate clinic. And so after one of my visits with my neurologist, March timeframe, she asked me again if I had scheduled my appointment, and I said no. And she said, well, what are you waiting for? And I was like, my nerves to calm down. And she's like, well, they've taken all this time with you already. What makes you think that, they're bad? And I'm like, nothing. And I was like, exactly that, nothing. And so I contacted the liaison, the lady that I've been working with, and I said, I'm ready to do it. And she gave me all the information on how payment is accepted, what to expect upon arrival. And then I just had to coordinate work and flight and everything else, and I scheduled my flight, and here I am.
So for how many days have you had to leave your job? Like, if somebody would come, how many days he has to have free to come for the treatment?
So I have 5 days this whole week, 5 days of not working, and then I have 3 days when I return to rest, and so 8 days total.
8 days, 8 working days, yeah, if somebody wants to come.
So, yeah.
A little bit of your first impression of the clinic, of the medical staff. Are they competent enough to perform these kind of procedures?
I believe so, yeah. Everybody has been very nice and very attentive. And to my surprise, so many people speak English and multiple languages to communicate with the patients here well. And if somebody doesn't, somebody else comes over and then they can. So yeah, I'm impressed. So
as far as I know, you also had some physiotherapy going along with your treatment plan,
yeah,
as a booster program along the way. A couple of words about the physio team.
Ivan has been amazing. The most noticeable improvement that was apparent was the first treatment that he did. And even though it was uncomfortable, not in a bad way, but just because of my injuries, it was uncomfortable, but it felt good. And so he knew that right there. I knew after maybe an hour of, everything was so relaxed, and there wasn't as much of the tension and pain that I was carrying. It was subsiding. And then a couple of days ago, he did this adjustment on my neck, and I'm just like, wow. I haven't been able to sleep on my left side since my car accident. I sleep on my left side now. I was upstairs sleeping on my left side when you called. And so that in itself is amazing to me, because whatever was going on right here that the doctor said, it's just soft tissue. It wasn't soft tissue. And he was able to make those like my collarbone go back into place. I don't feel stuck in my neck and my upper back like I had been. And it was just amazing. It's not like the care that we receive in the US. There's similarities, but it's different.
Do you have yourself back home physiotherapy to help you? Do you attend the physiotherapist?
I have gone through
Is it something similar you go, or you've noticed some new devices over here?
New devices and new techniques. I've gone to multiple physical therapists. In the US, physical therapy is very it's like it's one thing fits all.
Oh, I see.
And so it's set up very similar to like what is here. But in the US, it's like everybody gets just about the same thing. Do this exercise, pull on this band. That type of physical therapy. But here, the devices that are used, so like the suction cups that are on, we don't have that in the US, at least not to any of the physical therapy places I've been to. We don't have that. We also don't have the device that fills up with the water and then shocks you and it makes that loud noise.
Shockwave, yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, never seen it. And I'm like, there's benefit to that. And so that was surprising. So
yeah, why I ask you is because a lot of our patients, post-stroke, post-car accident, they come back just sometimes for the physiotherapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
I was thinking about that.
Yes, I know they're good.
Yeah.
So if anyone needs, our team can prepare just a program of physiotherapy for you to come. And you also have had an opportunity to visit the city. A couple of words about Belgrade. Is it a scary place to go?
It's not scary.
Yeah, explain your impression.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful city. There's a lot of culture there. We didn't get to experience a lot of it because we're limited on time. But there's shops and food, and there's even a mall that's really expensive. But it's beautiful. And the park with the fortress looking over the river, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Belgrade has got a history, a story to tell. Yeah,
yes.
You feel
Yeah.
Yeah, many people don't know that, so it's nice that you had the chance to go out there, so you can bring some memories back home and maybe
Yep.
to break some myths about Serbia and Belgrade.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know a lot of my friends were questioning why Serbia, and they were, well, it's a war-torn country. No, it's not. I would say ignore the reviews that you see online, especially the negative ones. A lot of that information, I think, is overstated. I don't think it's accurate, at least my experience and remembering what I have read. I don't see it. I don't see what they're talking about. I was there where I was afraid to come overseas and get medical treatment, but I'd say to anybody, do your research, pay attention to what people tell you and what they're doing for you, what they're offering you. If they find another clinic that gives them detailed treatment plans, great. I did not find that. I found it's kind of you come here, we'll put you in a hotel, we'll do your stem cells for 3 days and you're gone. So they didn't ask me, they wanted to make sure I was healthy, to make sure I wasn't like some sort of death case, waiting to happen, I suppose. I don't know. But it wasn't detailed, it wasn't personalized. And I think Swiss Medica does that for people. I'm sure I'm not just one singular person that by chance got a detailed treatment plan. I'm sure everybody that has come here has gone through a very similar process like I have, and they've gotten detailed treatment plans as well, and so that's why so many people are here. So I think people need to do their research and take the chance and just compare and overcome any uncertainty or fear that they may have, and at least give it a chance.
Thank you so much.
It's worth it.